Hello and welcome everyone. In this chapter, we are going to see the multi-area OSPF configuration in detail. So first of all, I would like to show you the couple of required things here, which we have already done in our previous lecture as well. So starting with this about the IP address configurations. So as we know, like the router's IP addresses of router 1, router 2 and router 3, we have configured as a best practices like 10.network for LAN, where 10.100 is the IP address and this is a network ID which we have configured. For router 2, 20.network we have kept, and this is what our actual network address, and the IP address is configured on this is 2.20.0.0.100 actually. Okay, and for R3 30.network we have, where these are the PCs and this is a network which has been configured here. And between the routers, between these two routers we have configured this IP address. Between these two routers we have configured this IP address range. Between these two routers we have configured this IP address range. So the IP addresses are already configured in the topology here. Now we are going to configure the OSPF. So just to recap here, see, we are going to configure OSPF in this as OSPF area 0. So this router and this router will be running in OSPF area 0 with this network, and this router also will be running with the area 10. This router LAN interfaces will be there in area 10. Okay, and similarly this routers will be running in, this is running in area 30, this will be running in area 30. Even this interface of both the routers will be running in area 30. This is in area 30. So coming to router 3, it is configured with area 0, this interface, and this interface is configured in area 20 here, area 20 here. See, this is area 0, this is area 10, this is area 20, and this is area 30. So make sure when it comes to the router 1, this router is running with area 0, it is running with area 10, and also this interface is running in area 30. Similarly, router 3, this router is running in area 0, of course yes, it is running in area 0, and it is running with area 20 for LAN interface, and this particular interface is running in area 30. So in this router 3 we need to configure 3 different area. In this router we have to configure 3 different area. In this router we need to configure only one area, that is area 30. All the interfaces in area 30. So it's very important to remember the multi-area concept here. So let's get started with the configurations now. So just to highlight one more point, we are going to configure this in multi-area, that's okay for OSPF process. But if I go ahead and try to communicate from one of the PC to, let's say PC1 to PC6, after configuration of OSPF multi-area, definitely you will get the response. Even if you try to access your web services from maybe PC1 or maybe PC6, you will definitely get the response after configuration of OSPF multi-area concept. Okay, so before configuration, let me go ahead and verify the connectivity from here. So I will do the connectivity verification from PC1 to, let's say, PC6. Also I will test it out the web page whether we are able to access from PC6 to web page or not. So just for a testing purpose. Okay, so let's do that quickly. Desktop, see the IP address for PC6 30002, correct? So I'll do the ping command from here as ping 30.0.0.2. say this, no communication, destination host is unreachable. Of course yes, no communication. Similarly, if I go to this PC6 and try to communicate for web pages, what is the IP address for web server, if you remember? Yes, web server, it is running with 20.0.0.2 is the IP address. So let's verify. So I'll say here 20.0.0.2. Definitely I will get request timeout, no response from here because there is no reachability itself. Okay. So now let's move ahead and do the multi-area OSPF configurations, and later on we will verify again the same thing. Okay. Say this. So I'll go to router 1 first. In router 1, go to CLI and do that. First of all, if you want to verify the interfaces, so of course the interfaces are already configured. See here, show IP interface brief. See this, interfaces are already configured. I need to configure the OSPF now. So configure terminal, router OSPF process ID, let's say process ID is 1, and I'll say network. I will configure first my LAN network, which is 10.0.0.0, and the wildcard mask for this, make sure it is 10.0.0.24, in the sense wildcard mask will be 0.0.255, and then area is 10. See, the area is 10 here, correct? No, so make sure you need to configure this based on the best practices. Area 10, done. Then next I have one more network. We have 11.0.0.0, and this is also considered with the 24 only. So it will be this, and it will be running in which area? Area 30. See this, basically I am talking about router 1 to router 2 connectivity, 11.0.0./24, and which area? Area 30 I need to configure here. So let's do that. So area 30 done. I have one more network here, so it is my 13.0.0.0 and 255, and this is my area 0. This is running in area 0. That's what here I am configuring, area 0. Hit enter, and this is my OSPF configuration in this router 1. So you can see in single router itself I am running the multiple areas. Fine. So this is how you can configure router 1. I'll go to router 2 now and configure the OSPF. You can see in OSPF, in area 30 only you need to configure your LAN interface, your WAN interfaces as well, all the things. So let's do that. Come to CLI and do the configuration. So first of all, if you want to verify IP addresses, you can see yes, it is already configured. Let's do that. So router OSPF process ID, network, and this is in area 30. Of course, yes. One more network you have, which is 12.network. It is in the same. One more you have 20.network. You have the 20.network, and this is also configured. Done. So that's it. In router 2 also we have configured. I will go to router 3 and configure it. Go to CLI, enable show IP interface brief. See that IP addresses are also present. So I'll go ahead and say router OSPF process ID, network of 13.0.0.0, and wildcard mask, and area is 0. See, router 3 running with 13.network in area 0. Router 3 is running with 12.network in area 30. So you need to configure that also. 12, and this is in area 30. LAN network of your OSPF, so it is my 30.0.0.0 00255 and area 20. It is running, this is the command actually, area 20, correct? That's it. You know, in between we are getting some of the messages here. You know what? This is basically OSPF is forming the neighbor relationship, and that's the main reason it is displaying the log messages here in between. See that? It has formed the neighbor relationship with both of the routers. If you want to check now, that's it for the configuration. Okay. If you want to check the further things, show IP OSPF neighbor. See this. I can see both of the neighbors are there into the full state, and the router IDs are displaying here. That's it. If you want, you can go to this router also and verify. See, show IP OSPF neighbor. See this? I can see that. Yes, it is there. They have formed. Both the routers has formed. Even in router 2 also you can go ahead and verify. Show IP OSPF neighbor. See that? Both the routers neighborship has been established and we can see it detailed into the same. Say for example, if I want to verify some more thing, show IP OSPF database. See, I can see here I have some LSA here. I mean the advertisement. There are 3 LSAs are present here and there are some more LSAs are present here. So what exactly it is we will discuss after some time later on. But make sure this is basically the database table of OSPF. And you can see the database table right now present in area 30 and area 30 in router 2. That's it. If you want, you go to this particular router and verify. Show IP OSPF database. You will find 3 different areas database table. See, first of all area 0 and then area 0 information. Then you see area 10 information is present. Then you see area 30 information is present here. So make sure multi-area concept you can apply, and ABR, this is my one of the router which connects the multiple area. ABR routers maintains the database table for respective of the area here. This router is running with area 30 only, that's the main reason, just area 30 information is present. Next is show IP route. So you can see in the show IP route section itself, whenever you find just O in the sense OSPF. If you find OIA in the sense OSPF inter area, OSPF inter area in the sense the update is coming from different area itself. So you can see this 10.network is OIA. OIA in the sense, see, this 10.network is present in area 10, it is coming to area 30. It becomes OIA. Similarly, 30.network is present in area 20. And when this area 20 information goes to area 30, it will become OIA. So make sure whenever you get this OIA in the sense the update is coming from different area itself, and the routers will maintain that into the routing table. That's it. Apart from that, last things, verification. From PC1 to PC6, let's try to ping now. Definitely we should get the response now. See this. See this now? Yes, ping to 30.network, and yes, we are getting the response here. The communications is possible. Very simple. Similarly, if I go to this particular PC6 and try to access the HTTP, it's nothing but from this PC6 try to access web server. IP address is 20.0.0.2. Earlier I was getting the request timeout, but now say this Cisco packet tracer, we are getting the response in the sense our configuration is correct and my web service is also running and I am able to access as well. So this is how you can go ahead and configure the OSPF multi-area, and you can do the verifications as well. So this is putting the end of this lecture. Thank you. See you in the next lecture.